大家好，大家好，欢迎来到我的 YouTube 频道，我叫小麦，这是我的中文名字。今天我想给大家一些关于如何学习好中文的小窍门。但先我想告诉你们一些事情，我知道我的汉语水平并不是特别好，但我70%自己学的，所以我觉得你们也可以在你们自己的国家学习汉语。当然，如果有机会来中国学习汉语，我觉得这样更好，但这不是必须的。好，现在我们开始吧。So again, I know my Chinese is far from perfect, but I'm not here to teach you Chinese. Alright, I just want to give you some tips on how you can start learning Chinese if you want to. And before we start, I just want to clarify, yes, I have lived for 5 years in China and I'm still here. But it doesn't, Chinese is not like other languages that you can learn passively in a passive way. It's not like you travel to Spain or you move to Spain and then you see the signs that you can read. Even if you don't know how to read them properly, how to pronounce those words, you would always hear some words similar to English or your own language. Then you would see some signs, and then unconsciously and in a very passive way, you will start picking up the language. But it doesn't work like this in China unless you sit and start learning. Because Chinese is a completely different language. First, when you come to China, it just seems like it's kind of like some weird sound or whatever. I don't even know how to describe that. And then all those characters, they're just like pictures, right? So you must sit and learn, and you must have a system. It should be systematic. If it is not systematic, if you don't know what you're doing, then it would be, I'm not saying it's impossible, but it would be really difficult to achieve some results. Okay, so it's clear here, right? You understand. Okay, good. So now, sorry, I made some notes because, oh my God, I'm sorry about that. I'm just starting on YouTube, so sorry. So yeah. So tip number 1, for the first month, you know nothing about Chinese, right? This video is more for those people who can't speak a word in Chinese, okay? So for the first month, you just find random YouTube videos for like the Chinese classes for beginners. I know it sounds weird, but why am I telling you this? Because you should just understand, just get the feeling, just get the feeling of the language, how it works. Also, in those beginner lessons, you will learn how to read pinyin, and it's very important because pinyin is, it's kind of a system that helps you to read characters without knowing them by using the Latin letters. So, so just spelled with English letters, if you will, It's very easy. For example, 你好, I'll try to put somewhere here, this character. If you say 你好, you can see the character and pinyin below the character or above. I'm not sure. I haven't found that character yet, but you'll see it, right? Okay. So for the first month, you just, just get yourself around Chinese. Just get that feeling, okay? Do not stress, do not expect to start speaking or to understand everything after 1 month. Don't. Just get familiar with the Chinese as a language, okay? So that is step number 1. Okay, tip number 2, or maybe we should call it step number 2, I'm not sure. Download and listen to Pimsleur Chinese. What is Pimsleur Chinese? Pimsleur is the system of learning languages by listening. So it comes with an audio files that you can listen while driving to work or washing the dishes at home or whatever you're doing. You can always listen to that. And it is very, very helpful. That is literally how I started when I came to China. When I came to China, I started listening to that. So all you have to do is just listen and repeat. And that is very simple. It is very straightforward. It's easy to understand. And you will love it, okay? And if you don't know how to spell Pimsleur, I will spell it under the video, okay? Listen to the Pimsleur. Learn some basic words like hello, goodbye, thank you, maybe counting 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. You got the point, right? Let's move on to the step 3. Well, it was tip 3. I'm confused, I'm sorry. Tip number 3. Once you learned a few sentences, few words, you know how to read pinyin, you know the tones, right? The tones are very important in Chinese because there are 4 major tones. But all of that you will learn from the step 1, yeah, when you just watch YouTube beginner videos, and there are millions of them on YouTube, so it wouldn't be difficult to find. So once you know a few words, few sentences, you should start learning characters, basic characters. Also, you can Google them, you can buy flashcards. By the way, I have them somewhere here. Yeah. Flashcards. Yeah, like this. Wait, there you go. Yeah, so you see the flashcard, then you have translation here, pinyin here. I'm not sure if you can see it or not. I will put them in the B-roll. Or you can just use apps on the phone, and I will tell you later in this video what apps you can use and what other resources you can use to learn Chinese online. Okay, so you learn characters, you learn how to write them as well. I know you don't have to write in the real life nowadays because everything is typing, and typing, if you know pinyin, is very easy, so don't worry about that. But writing is important because it triggers whatever, I don't know what part of the brain it triggers, but it helps you to memorize the letters, the characters and the words, and it helps you to understand Chinese better, to understand why you use certain words in certain sentences. Okay, so it's very important to learn how to write Chinese, learn the rules how to write Chinese, and trust me, writing Chinese is so much fun. It's like art. It's like meditation for me. Where's my notebook? I'm sorry guys, okay. Here. You see, my writing is still not very good. I mean, I can write quite a few characters, but every time when I write, you can see it probably, but I hope there was no secrets here. Yeah. Every time when I write, it feels like meditation, you know, you're concentrating, it's like drawing. I don't know, just try it. It's fun, it's amazing, it's really cool. And probably you're wondering what kind of notebook is that. You can find them on Amazon, or I don't know, just find them, just try it, do your best, okay? All right, so that was the tip number 3. Start writing basic character. Let's move to the tip number 4. Systematic learning, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, is very important. So what do I mean by that? You should have the system, but not limit yourself to that system. Okay, what does that mean? You know, there is HSK test, Chinese level test, okay? And there are books that help you to prepare for that test. Don't worry, there are different levels of that test. I think there are 6 levels. So if you want to study in Chinese university, you have to pass HSK 4. HSK 1 has 150 characters, HSK 2 300 characters, HSK 3 600 characters, HSK 4 1200 characters, okay? So you can start with basics. Why HSK is important? It is not just characters, it's not about the characters. It's about grammar. Let me find, okay, this is HSK 3, for example, yeah. This is HSK 3. Also have HSK 4, not 5 yet, but I'm trying my best. So it covers like grammar, vocabulary, reading, writing. It is amazing. It is a very good system, but you shouldn't limit yourself to that. Since you are not in China and you don't have that environment, so I highly recommend you to have a tutor, one-to-one teacher. I use iTalki. This is not an ad. Of course, I put the link down below, but you don't have to use it if you don't want to. But this is what I personally use, and I've had, I don't know, I'll check later, probably around 30 classes so far, and I like it because you can find teacher by your budget. There are a bunch of different filters that you can use. Budget, nationality, I think even by accent. So you can check it. But whatever, you can find your teacher in any other way. But it is important to have one. At least once or twice a week. I think no, once a week is not enough. Twice a week would be better. In this way, you would be able to practice to talk to the native speaker, you know, and it's better to have to have two teachers, and because sometimes they have different accents, you know, so it's better to not to get used just to one accent or to one pronunciation. Yeah. So make sure to get a teacher, okay? Make sure to get a teacher. Not necessary, but if you don't have a teacher, if you don't have someone to correct you, your Chinese, most likely you will sound funny, or even people wouldn't understand you when you talk to them in Chinese. I mean Chinese people. Other people definitely wouldn't understand you. Yeah, you don't have to start with a teacher at the beginning, but also you can start with a Chinese teacher right away. It's up to you. If you know, it's up to you. And tip number 5, use all of the possible resources to learn Chinese, like apps, movies, music, podcasts, books, storybooks, characters, flashcards, teacher, free teacher, I don't know, Chinese friend. That is a very good option, by the way. But let me be more specific, okay? So what apps do I use? I'm recording on my phone, so I can tell you. Damn. Okay, I will try to remember. So it's Panda Chinese. None of them are, this is not an advertisement. This is what I personally use. It's up to you. You can use them or not. I didn't, you know, my YouTube channel, what I have like 20 subscribers or 30. I don't know. No one asked me to advertise anything. Okay. But you can subscribe, by the way. I would be very happy. And leave the comment down below if you have any questions, by the way. Okay. Don't forget about that. Don't forget. Okay. So Panda Chinese. Very good app. It's completely free, and it gives you that system that I was talking about. It's just check it out. It's really good app. Then Anki, A-N-K. All of the apps. Okay, listen, I will list the apps down below under the description in case maybe I forget right now about some of those apps. But Anki Chinese, Anki app is for the flashcards. You can learn characters. You can learn characters, categorize them by different categories. Very useful. Okay. Then once you know characters, once you learn your first 150 characters, you can start using Do Chinese. It is a very good app. It's paid one, but it's an amazing app for reading Chinese and practicing reading. Amazing. And also on YouTube, you can find amazing Chinese TV show. It's called Happy Chinese. That TV show was created for those who learn Chinese, for Chinese learners. And it is, yeah, it's a little bit dumb, but I like it. It's really nice. I don't know why I like it, but just check it yourself. Happy Chinese. There are over 100 episodes. Each episode is around 20 minutes, I think, or maybe even shorter. Maybe 15 minutes each, but it's really cool. Okay. Then also you can watch Papa Chunar. Papa Chunar is a Chinese TV show. It will be in the description as well. It's a very famous Chinese TV show about small kids, how they try to find their fathers. Just check it out. Really easy to watch. Really, really fun. Keep listening, even if you don't understand. Just keep listening. It will help you learning. It will help you understand Chinese better. Doesn't matter if you understand or not. Any language should be learned like this. Well guys, that's basically it. I hope you will start learning Chinese. I hope this video was at least somehow helpful and gave you some ideas about Chinese, how you can start. And it is possible. The most important thing for you to understand, it is possible. Chinese is possible. You can learn it. And it's a really cool language. It's like learning a new culture. It's like the whole new world. Just learn it. Okay? If you like this video, please do that. And subscribe. I would appreciate it. I don't ask you anything else. Cheers guys. Thanks for watching. And if you are still watching, like, you are amazing. You are amazing. See you in the next video.